it's Belle. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be a book haul. This comes out May 19th. I'm going to start with books that were sent to me. There's quite a few this time, and I'm so thankful. The Town with No Mirrors by Christina Collins. This wasn't an anticipated release video, so I won't read the synopsis again. But thank you so much, Source Books, for sending me this. I'm so excited, and this is out now. A Breath of Mischief by Marcy Kate Connolly. This is also an anticipated release video, so I won't read the synopsis again. Thank you so much, Source Books. This is also out now. So excited. And then also from Source Books, The Mystery of the Radcliffe Riddle by Taryn Souders. This is a highly anticipated release of the year. It comes out July 11th. Thank you so much, Source Books, for sending these. When Grady and his dad learned that the town oddball, Eudora Cookie Clinch, left something for them in her will, they can only imagine what it might be. When it turns out to be an old embroidered piece of cloth from the 1700s, they are bitterly disappointed until they see the note. This is no ordinary piece of needlework. It's a treasure map, riddles and clues. To the victor goes the riches. Grady just knows this could be the chance of a lifetime. With the help of his friends, Thad, Clemmy, and the town dog, Ophelia, Grady is determined to crack the clues and find the treasure. But Grady soon learns that there is more at risk than he bargained for, and solving this mystery just got a lot more dangerous. And then Kelly Swan Taylor sent me an arc of A Haunting in Greenville, the third in the Wright Detective series. I bought the first book myself, and then she had sent me an arc of the second one, and now this one. This is out now. Tessa did annoy me in the first two books, only as far as her family life was concerned. Everything else I loved. They're just wholesome reads, great mystery detective. I'm very excited, and this is out now. And then I was so surprised that Random House Kids, they had sent me an arc. They also sent me a finished copy of Winnie Zing Vanquishes a King by Katie Zhao. This is out now. This is the second book. The first book I bought myself, and I'm gonna read that and then dive into this one, and I'm so excited. Thank you so much, Random House Kids. The third book just came out in this graphic novel series, and they sent me the first two because I didn't have them, so I could catch up, and I'm gonna binge them all. Katie the Cat Sitter series by Colleen F. Venable and Stephanie Yu. Katie is dreading the summer ahead while her best friends will be away at camp. But when Katie gets a job cat sitting for her upstairs neighbor, Madeline, things get interesting. For starters, Madeline has 217 cats, and they're not exactly regular cats. Plus, Madeline only seems to go out exactly when the Mousetress, the city's most notorious villain, commits a crime. Could it be that Katie's neighbor is really a supervillain, and that it's up to Katie to wrangle a whole lot of wayward cats, save a best friendship, and crack the biggest story in the city's history? In the second book, Best Friends for Never. And then the new book in the series, Secrets and Sidekicks. Thank you so much, Random House Kids, Random House Graphics, for sending me all three of these. I'm so excited. And then the author reached out to me, and this sounded right up my alley, so I said yes, because he wanted to send me a copy, and I said yes. Felix and Squeak and the Ghost Who Forgot Everything by Benjamin Roche. And I'll edit in here when this comes out. This comes out May 19th. When 11-year-old Felix's family inherits an old mansion and moves without warning, it doesn't take long to figure out there's a ghost living in the basement. But Papa Joe is no typical ghost. He's, well, nice. He's also been stuck in the basement since the 1800s, housebound by the rules of the Ghost Protocol book. He's desperate to escape, and it looks like the new kid in town is his only hope. But Felix doesn't stand a chance of helping Papa Joe without the help of his new friend Squeak and an Irish wolfhound named Honest Abe. Together, this accidental ghost squad will brave dark woods, dusty basements, and snooping parents to get to the bottom of this ghostly mystery. So excited. Thank you so much. And then HarperCollins sent me Hamra and the Jungle of Memories by Hannah Alkoff. And I'd read the synopsis in a recent anticipated release, so I won't read it again. But it's kind of like a Little Red Riding Hood reimagining, retelling, and I'm very excited. And then HarperCollins also sent me Creatures of the In-Between by Cindy Lynn. And this is also out now and was also in an anticipated release video, so I won't read the synopsis. But I'm so excited. This just sounds incredible, and I cannot wait to read this. And then HarperCollins, Harper Alley sent me The Do-Over by Rodrigo Vargas and Connie Giovannines. And I'll edit in here when this goes out. May 23rd. It's a graphic novel. Mariana is looking for her chance to shine. She's having trouble making friends after a cross-country move to Ohio, plus her dad refuses to let her help out at his hair salon, despite the fact that she's a social media expert. When she meets Zoe and Everly, and the three decide to start their own hairstyling studio, True Colors, Mariana finally finds her friends and the calling she's been searching for. But with the town harvest fest on the horizon and a growing line of customers always at the door, the friends have to scale up quickly, and they don't always agree on how. Can Mariana find the courage to speak up for what she wants? And does True Colors have what it takes to succeed in business and friendship? And HarperCollins also sent me the second in this series. The first book was Healer of the Water Monster, which I bought myself, and I'm going to read first and then go into this one. This is Heroes of the Water Monster by Brian Young, and I'll edit in here when this comes out. May 23rd. And it is the second book, so I'm not going to read the synopsis. Thank you so much, HarperCollins. I'm so excited. And then HarperCollins also sent me Ruby Lost and Found by Christina Lee. I'll edit in here when this comes out. It's out May 16th. It's a highly anticipated release, and I'm so excited. It's the summer after 7th grade, and Ruby Chu is feeling more lost than ever. Her best friends aren't speaking to her. She ended the year in detention. Her sister's about to leave for college. Ruby's still grieving her grandfather, Yu when it seems like no one else is. And without Yeye and his annual scavenger hunts across San Francisco, their hometown doesn't really feel like home anymore. Things get worse when Ruby's forced to spend the summer with her distant grandmother, Nai Nai, in Chinatown. Then the looming shutdown of a beloved former scavenger hunt stop, May's Bakery, and a secret about Nene's threaten to change everything. Even though Ruby feels out of place, maybe the summer of forming unexpected friendships and fighting to save the bakery will help Ruby reconnect with the world and discover what it means to find home again. Sounds incredible. Thank you so much. And then I got a surprise package from Big Honcho Media on Instagram. They had sent me another box for this Emmy and Friends graphic novel series, and it had Remarkably Ruby in it. This one has the newest release, Surprisingly Sarah by Terry Levinson. This isn't already out now. I'll edit it in here, otherwise it's already out. And they are kind of like companion, but I'm not going to read the synopsis just in case. But I'm so excited. I really enjoyed that first one. And it came with a little, some buttons, activity coupons, and thank you so much, Big Honcho Media. I'm so excited. And then lastly, for the book sent to me, HarperCollins sent me The Witch of Woodland by Laurel Snyder. Another very highly anticipated release. I'm so excited. I'll edit it in here when this goes out. It's out May 16th. Hi, whoever is reading this, I'm Zipporah Chava McConnell, but everyone calls me Zippy. Things used to be simple until a few weeks ago. Now my best friend, B, is acting funny. Everyone at school thinks I'm weird, and my mom is making me start preparing for my bar mitzvah, even though we barely ever go to synagogue. The only thing that still seems to make sense is magic. The thing is, I'm a witch. I've been casting spells since I was little, and even if no one else wants to believe in magic anymore, it has always made sense to me, always felt true. But I was still shocked the day I found this strange red book at the library, and I conjured something. A girl, actually. A girl with no memory and wings like an angel. You probably don't believe me, but I swear it's the truth. Miriam is like no one else I've ever met. She's proof that magic is real, and it's hard to explain this part, but I know that we're connected. That means it's up to me to help Miriam figure out what she is and where she came from. And if I can do that, maybe everything else in my life will start to make sense too. So excited. Okay, and then next are some sequels. The first one is the second in a series I haven't started yet, but I'm so excited because the first one sounded amazing. This is the second, and it's A Message Through Time by Anna Sador. So beautiful. It says it's a standalone companion novel to The Boy Who Stepped Through Time, but I'm very excited. And the rest are series that I have read. So the second in the Witchling series by Clarabelle A. Ortega, The Golden Frog Games. I love that first book so much, and I cannot wait to read this. Oh, I can't wait to dive back in. And then Fall of the School for Good and Evil by Soman Shanani. This is the second in the prequel series to The School for Good and Evil, which is my all-time favorite series. I think there's just going to be 2 books for this, but can't wait to see what happens next. He's just such an amazing author. Definitely upper middle grade. Cannot wait. And then the fourth in the Sinister Summer series by Kirsten White, Menacing Manor. I cannot wait to read this. I love this series so much. It's like gothic and quirky, and it's just amazing. And then a graphic novel with hardcover and naked hardback, Ariel and the Curse of the Sea Witches. Princess Ariel joins Prince Eric on his trip to the Arctic to oversee the construction of a new port, but when she discovers that the project is endangering the coral reefs and the merfolk who live there, can she convince the team to stop work before the merfolk take matters into their own hands? Okay, and that's all for sequels and graphic novels. And Matt Monroe and the Secret Society of Odontology by Edward Torba. This sounded incredible, had a beautiful cover, and it was $3-something on Amazon. 14-year-old Matt Monroe is enjoying an ordinary summer with friends in his rural southwestern Pennsylvania neighborhood until one night mysterious red lights appear in the night sky and strange creatures begin stalking the woods. When he discovers a set of wooden tablets and a mysterious ring in his great-grandfather's dental chest, an ancient prophecy begins to unfold. Matt, his older brother, and 5 friends are transported to a magical dimension called Paragon to face deadly monsters and fight a heroic battle against an evil enemy. Will they find the sacred stone in time to save the world? Maybe upper middle grade, but it sounds incredible. And then The Night Ride by J. Anderson Coates. She actually reached out and offered to send me this, and I didn't see the message for a long time, I think. And I apologized when I did see it. And I said that I probably wouldn't have been able to accept it anyway because it was a horse, and I'd be scared something happened. But she said nothing happened to the horse, so I just went ahead and bought it. So I'm very happy nothing happens to the horse. Sonia dreams of the day when she has saved up enough money from her family's barely surviving pony ride business to buy Ricochet, the horse she adores at the King's stables. Few men from her side of town ever get to work with horses, though, and for a girl it is almost unheard of. When Ricochet is moved to the racetrack across town, Sonia follows him and lands a job taking care of horses. Now she can live near Ricochet and earn enough money to buy him in no time, all while helping to support her family. But Sonia soon learns the reality isn't quite as simple. She's thrilled to join the junior racing cadre, a group of kids training to become jockeys, until she discovers that the others are competing in the Night Ride, a dangerous and highly illegal race that takes place in the darkest hours before dawn. Sonia must decide which is more important, her own future security or the safety of the horses who, much like a kid from the wrong side of town, someone powerful considers expendable. The choice she makes could mean life or death for the horses or herself, which is why I was nervous to read it, but the author said nothing bad happens. The Extraordinary Curiosities of Ixworth and Maddox by J.D. Grolick. This cover. When an unusual shop of curiosities opens in London, a chance encounter has an outcast and somewhat forgotten 11-year-old girl befriending its proprietors, 2 kindly yet odd gentlemen with a secret. What ensues is a peculiar adventure filled with spells and enchantments, tiny goblin-like creatures, a centuries-old history of London magic, sinister individuals, and a quest to find a missing magician. And then Huda Was Here by H. Hayek. When their dad loses his job as a neighborhood security officer and has to work interstate, Huda convinces her brother Akhil to sneak out at night to commit mischief, hoping to force their dad's bosses to hire him back. As their misdeeds escalate, will the daring duo be able to outsmart the authorities? How much are they willing to risk for family unity? And what else might they uncover along the way? Very intrigued. And then Spellhound, a Dragons of Hollow book by Leon Tanner. Love that cover. There are 3 great secrets in Hallow, a country that loves secrets almost as much as it loves green jelly babies. No, I'm not going to tell you anything more about them. I am a loyal citizen of Hollow, and I would never betray... Oh, you have jelly babies? Green ones? Well, I suppose I could tell you a little more. This is the story of an enormous magical pup, a child queen, and a very small Minchwiggin with the unfortunate title of Destroyer of Dragons. A fascinating tale filled with falsehoods, fortitude, and friendship. Very excited. Some May anticipated releases. That video hasn't gone up yet because I had a whole technical difficulties with how I prepare for that. So it's coming soon, but I'm going to read the synopsis since that video hasn't gone up for these 4 books. Storyteller by Brandon Hobson. Ziggy has anxiety. Partly this is because of the way his mind works and how overwhelmed he can get with other people, especially his classmate Alice, are in the room. And partly it's because his mother disappeared when he was very young, making her one of many native women who've gone missing mysteriously. Ziggy and his sister Moon want answers, but nobody around can give them. Once Ziggy gets into his head that clues to his mother's disappearance may be found in a nearby cave, there's no stopping him from getting there. Along with Moon, Alice, and his best friend Corso, he sets out on a mind-bending adventure where he'll discover his story is tied to all the stories of the Cherokees that have come before him. Ziggy might not have any control over the past, but if he learns the lessons of the storytellers, he might be able to better shape his future and find the friends he needs. Princess Private Eye by Evelyn Sky. 12-year-old Jen Sun has bounced around New York's foster care system ever since her parents died in a car crash 10 years ago. No one seems to know anything about her birth family, and the only link she has to them is a baby blanket embroidered with her name. But that's alright. Jen is savvy and self-reliant, using her keen sense of justice and her ability to go unnoticed to solve mysteries in her neighborhood. She's in the middle of solving one such mystery when her life changes forever. Suited strangers reveal that Jen is actually the long-lost princess of a small, obscure country overseas. In no time, Jen is whisked away to the kingdom of Raldonia, but becoming a princess overnight isn't easy, and Jen's American ways and no-nonsense demeanor don't exactly endear her to the royal court. Before long, there are whispers about a legendary curse has been awoken by Jen's sudden appearance. And when plague-like events start to befall the small country, Jen realizes she'll have to crack her biggest case yet, catching the culprit out to dethrone her. Minerva Keene's Detective Club by James Patterson and Kara Graff. Minerva Keene's life isn't exactly normal, but living in the luxurious Arcanum with its interior balconies perfect for playing tag, an elevator like an iron birdcage, and quirky neighbors behind every apartment door is more fun than normal. Until her neighbors start getting poisoned. Anyone could be next, and everyone is a suspect, including Minerva herself. To clear her name and help the police to crack the case, Minerva starts her own detective club. So what if it only has 2 other members? One being Minerva's accident-prone daredevil brother, and the other being the biggest and quietest kid in school who happens to be afraid of his own shadow. Minerva knows that with her brain power, the club's sleuthing skills, and case files full of suspects, they can unmask the prisoner, hopefully before it's too late. The Firefly Summer by Morgan Matson. So pretty. Rihanna Stewart had her summer all figured out. It was organized, scheduled, planned. Then the letter arrived, from grandparents she can't remember. After all, she was just a kid when her mother died, and her dad never talks about that side of the family. But now there's this letter, with an invitation to spend the summer with them. It's a chance to get to know her grandparents, a chance to find out more about her mom. Rihanna takes a deep breath and decides to go. What she finds is Camp Van Camp, a defunct sleepaway camp where her grandparents live. There she discovers a whole family waiting for her, a big family, a loud family, a chaotic family of aunts and uncles and cousins, people who have memories of her mom from when she was Rihanna's age. Clues to her past, just like a treasure map. But also, there's a real-life treasure map, like actually. Over the course of one unforgettable summer, filled with s'mores and swimming, adventure and fun, and even a decades-old mystery to solve, Rihanna will discover a whole new side of herself, and that sometimes the last place you expected to be is the place where you really belong. Like a great summer read. And the rest have been in anticipated release videos, so I'm not going to read a synopsis, just show you what I got. Wilder Than the Sea by Serena Malloy. Shannon in the Spotlight by Kalina Miller. World's Worst Time Machine by Dustin Brady. Lost on Gibbon Island by Jess Butterworth. Ghost, Toast, and Other Hazards by Susan Tam. The Alchemy of Letting Go by Amber Morrell. And lastly, One True Wish by Lauren Kate. So beautiful. Alright, well, that's it for this video. Did you see any that you want to read now? Have you read any of them already? Did you like them? Did you not? Let me know in the comments. I hope Middle Grade May is going okay for y'all. I've already finished so many books that I wanted to read for it. So I'm very excited and can't wait to read more. It's just getting started. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry, my back hurts. I've been working outside the past 2 days. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love that if you'd like to. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.